bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. One West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he a domino. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical. Guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to the pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars. I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid. Shit has gotten retarded since all the dominance of one West rising to prominence. Cause I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers. But I ride like I got Groupons for Uber. Rhymes hard like they've been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by in black Impalas, let the semi holler. A showstopper, been as proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm throwing them off Patron, a premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modified the chopper. The swore heavy, war ready, and that's working mama. No marijuana, say I got that loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when they heat's on, none of them can get to the fire. Around with me, and I had them niggas spin like a tire. But down the deep, and I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel to igniter, I'm winning, coming through with the title because I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me.
Boot up or shut up radio live with Priest and Officer 5000 on Wanya Allah. Tune in every Sunday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time. It's gonna be informative and provocative. Also broadcasted live with Priest and Captain of 13,000. Kahantham Yard will be reporting live from hell, using the Holy Scriptures to bring truth to the blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians in America, the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel. Boot up or shut up radio live every Sundays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time.
Boot up or shut up radio. Home of self-mutilation. Whatever verse you pull out the Bible, you gon' cut yourself.
All my niggas ride for me. I got niggas that'll die for me. niggas ain't built like that. Run around talking like a thug when you gon' bust a slug, man. Niggas get killed like that. Acting like you bang for the set when you ain't blood or cuz, man. Blood'll get spilled like that. Niggas saying really they the plug, but they talking to the judge, man. Get your cap peeled like that. Cause niggas get killed like that. When you ain't built like that. You niggas ain't built like that. You was never on the block, you ain't never dodged a knock. You ain't never fought another crew holding down the park. You ain't swam with the sharks, you ain't wrestled with the gators. You was never fucking popping, you ain't got the fuck.
There is one host
And haters, bitch niggas like you make me watch out for the traitors. When you round some real niggas, mind your behavior. I will beat a nigga ass, then I'm laughing like I'm Jada. Get your fucking mind blown like a cartridge on a Sega. You niggas want attention, they don't want the war though. Talking all that shit, but you got a glass jaw, ho. They never deliver, they got that DiGiorno. This that Walking Dead flow, I eat a rapper torso. You ain't the same man once you off the microphone. You ain't never broke a bone, you ain't never had a scar. You a certified pussy, so don't make me pull your card. I'm a certified prophet, respected like the word of God. Cause you ain't got the heart, nigga, you ain't got the heart. You ain't about to finish any beef that you start. You ain't never been a soldier, little nigga, play your part. Claiming that you'll spark when you ain't got the heart. Cause you niggas ain't built like that. Run around talking like a thug when you gon' bust a slug, man. Niggas get killed like that. Acting like you bang for the set when you ain't blood or cuz, man. Blood'll get spilled like that. Niggas saying really they the plug, but they talking to the judge, man. Get your cap peeled like that. Cause niggas get killed like that. When you ain't built like that. Run around talking like a thug when you gon' bust a slug, man. Niggas get killed like that. Acting like you bang for the set when you ain't blood or cuz, man. Blood'll get spilled like that. Niggas saying really they the plug, but they talking to the judge, man. Get your cap peeled like that. Cause niggas get killed like that. All my niggas ride for me. All my niggas ride with me. I got niggas that'll die for me. All my niggas ride with me. You niggas ain't.
There is one host and one participant in this conference. Please announce yourself.
ISUPK.
Boot up or shut up radio live with Priest and Officer 5000 and Wanya Allah. Tune in every Sunday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time. It's gonna be informative and provocative. Also broadcasted live with Priest and Captain of 13,000. Kahantham Yard will be reporting live from hell, using the Holy Scriptures to bring truth to the blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians in America, the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel. Boot up or shut up radio live every Sundays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time.
Boot up or shut up radio. Home of self-mutilation. Whatever verse you pull out the Bible, you gon' cut yourself.
All right, take your time.
right, it's real. Shalom. Yahweh Ba'Shem Abishah Barakathum to all the brothers. And Shalom, Yahweh Shemal, Athan Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah to all the sisters. Again, this is Boot Up or Shut Up Radio. We are live once again. Good to see everybody in the chat room. I see you on Facebook. I see you on YouTube. And of course, you all see me. Again, thanks for tuning in to Boot Up or Shut Up Radio. I am your host for tonight. Once again, Priest and Officer 5000 of One Ya Allah, Ban Yahawada, Ban Yasha Allah. And we're going to get it in like we always do. Okay, you already know what time it is, man. This is the most informative and provocative Sunday night show that you are going to hear. Okay, ISUPK radio affiliates. Big ups to all my radio affiliates out there. ISUPK is in the building. Big up to the generals, Commanding General Hunter, all the generals, man, all the captains, the officers, troopers, okay, sisters, even our babies. And guess what? The Lord is with ISUPK and the seed of Israel, because all you see is newborn babies, Most High in Christ. All right, now look, we're going to get into it. On deck, of course, we have Priest and Captain of 13,000, Kahan Thumyard. We in the building, man. Okay, we in the building. We're going to bring it to you rough, rugged, and raw, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, all right? So we're going to get in these. Listen, man, we got some fantastic stories. We're going to get into them. We're going to get in and get out on these stories. We got to bring them all to you, okay? And I'll make sure that I post all these articles inside of the Boot Up or Shut Up Radio, okay? All right, when I say that, I always do it. So these articles are very important. We're going to post them after the show, and you can go on the page, Boot Up or Shut Up Radio page, and make sure that you check it out for yourself. Officers, you can take these stories and you can use them, in your breakdowns when you're out at camp blazing on the oppressor, all right? Now, real quick, make sure that you donate, y'all. Make sure everybody donates, okay, to Boot Up or Shut Up Radio, all right? Again, it's on the screen. It's so easy. Everybody has a Cash App, okay? So go to your Cash App right now, $ Boot Up or Shut Up Radio. Again, $ Boot Up or Shut Up Radio. It's just that simple, all right? Donate, man. Help the brothers. You see everything that you donate, all the monies that come in, we put it right back into waking up the children of Israel, okay? Now, with no further ado, we're going to go ahead and bring on Priest and Captain of 13,000, Kahan Thumyard, reporting live from hell. Shalom, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shabbarakatah. Cap, what's going on?
Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Shabbarakatah. What's going on, mighty man?
Hey, we getting it in, Cap. I saw you earlier today, all the way in Louisiana, putting it in. I was taking notes. I was in the class. That was an excellent class that you gave, and I also shared it on my page, hoping that the other brothers and sisters will go and check out that that fantastic class that you had today in Louisiana.
Most High Christ, this class right there, our hope is a spiritual rejuvenation and a refocus to what our task is in the truth and in His walk. You understand? Right. I wanted to give some that encourage the brothers and sisters through their rough times, their times of endurance.
Right.
You understand? Which is what we have to do in this walk, because we're hated by everybody. You understand? So definitely, Most High in Christ to that. It's another cold day in hell. Officer, I want you out, of course. So, what we gonna do tonight, like I said, we gonna try to make it through this whole show. But I know I'm going to have you put me in the 5th chamber of hell tonight.
Right.
You understand?
Good night.
You know what I'm saying? And tune it up, to put me in the 5th chamber of hell and then raise it to the 5th power. I think we're going to have to do that tonight. You know what I'm saying? Because this, what's going, the hypocrisy in America now is at an all-time high.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Don't get fooled by these elections, or shall I say selections. Don't get fooled by that. You understand? Because the game is rigged. You understand? You think you can play the game, but the rules change when you start winning.
Right.
That's what you don't understand about this whole thing. So we're going to get right into it with no further ado. Officer, I want to say shalom to all the brothers and sisters out there. Shalom, Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Ba'Katah to all the brothers. Ba'Katham to the brothers. And Shalom Yahweh Shema Allah Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah to all the sisters out there. You understand? It's time, I hate to use it what them niggas say, but it's time to stay woke. And first of all, you got to get woke to stay woke.
Right.
You understand? So a lot of y'all saying stay woke, but you sleep. You understand? So now, let's go right into it. Let's go into story number 1.
Come on. All right, well, here we go, everybody. Hang on to your seats. All right? And we're going to go into story number 1, all right? Story number 1 is orangutan granted personhood settles into new Florida home.
Now, I want y'all to now. Lord, I just,
Yeah.
I hope everybody know where I'm about to go with this story. I hope you, but before I go to my point, I want someone to look up the definition of evolution. I want someone to look up that definition of the term evolution. And then I want them to look up the opposite. What is the opposite of evolution? You understand? Because I can't, it's something I need some help on. I want y'all.
Good night, man.
I need some help understanding something. I need to understand how a goddamn orangutan can get human rights, can get a house in Florida, but our Latino brothers and sisters at the border can't even get across the goddamn border without being put in cages. I need some help with something I want y'all tonight. Because I've been trying to figure this out. I may have to go to the zoo.
Cap, they treat their dogs better than they treat blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, and so they might as well treat an orangutan, because they say an orangutan was supposed to be the smartest animal or something like that in the jungle or something, and I think humans have some type of I may say it wrong, but something that contains some type of gene as an orangutan. So to the oppressor, this is his bloodline and where he come from. You see what I'm saying? This is
right. I mean, it's just disgusting, man. You understand? So let's get right into this. I want y'all. I mean, this story here, this is an insult. It's a complete insult. Go ahead, my buddy.
All right. So orangutan granted personhood settles into new Florida home. Okay, a 33-year-old orangutan granted legal personhood by a judge in Argentina is settling into her new surroundings at the Center of Great Apes in Central Florida. Now, Patty Ragan, director of the center in Wauchula, Florida, says Sandra, that's the ape's name, is a very sweet and inquisitive and adjusting to her new home. She was born in Germany and spent 25 years at the Buenos Aires Zoo before arriving in Florida on November the 5th. Okay? Now, she was shy when she first arrived, but once she saw the swing toys, the grassy areas in her new home, she went out to explore. Reagan said she has met her caregivers here and is adjusting well to the new climate, the new environment, and to other great apes at the center. This is the first time in over a decade that Sandra has had the opportunity to meet other orangutans, and she will soon meet them when she chooses. Okay, it is a new freedom for her. Okay, a new freedom.
A new freedom. A new freedom. And see, this is the problem I have with this. When they say granted personhood, see, this is why we say what we say about the white man and the hypocrisy.
Right.
And the orangutan gets granted in America what you call personhood to settle in a nice Florida home. Personhood now. But those people at the border, they're not people. The Latinos at the border, they're not people.
Right.
You call them illegal. But you would bring an orangutan from Germany or some other place and make sure that it has the proper habitat, the proper nourishment, the proper environment to thrive. You understand? Like, this is what we have. This ape has not went through the full evolution process to be called a based on your scientific theology.
Right.
The evolution has not fully took place.
Oh, man.
So how is it granted personhood if it has not taken place?
Right. Good night.
I mean, it's disgusting. Keep going, my brother.
Good night. So now, let's get some more. It is a new freedom for her. And one, we are grateful to provide. Now, Judge Alina, looks like Liberatories Landmark ruling in 2015 declared that Sandra is legally not an animal, but
hold on. Legally not an animal.
Legally not an animal.
But you illegal. They call our brothers illegals, and they're human.
Oh man.
And they're human. Do you understand, brother? Get me the scripture where it say that they are a no people. That he made us jealous with a no people. See, now we have to reconsider. You have to, when you hear things like this, you have to reconsider their humanity. You have to even wonder that they're human. The Lord said they're not even a people. That's what the Bible says. Made
us what, Cap?
I'm sorry?
What's the scripture? Made us what now? With a no people?
Where it talks about no people, it's going to say the word no people in there. Let me see if I can find it.
Okay.
It's jogging my memory. I think it's saying jealous with a no people. I'm sorry. I think it has to do jealousy in there. I think that might be the one. But this is the one where it says no people. They are no people, meaning they don't have a culture. They don't have a, you know what I'm saying? They don't have a land. They they're just all over the goddamn place.
Right.
You understand? Now he gonna give now. Can you imagine how a Latino or Hispanic feel reading an article like that?
Right.
Can you imagine how they feel? Meanwhile, they damn near being bounty hunted in America because they ain't got papers. But they're human. See, I'm gonna stay on that human.
Right.
I'm gonna stay on that we all human stuff. I'm gonna stay on that. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can find it, man.
Is it when it says will move us to jealousy with those who are not a people?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one I'm looking for.
Okay, that's
right there.
All right, we'll get that. We'll get Deuteronomy. Let me see. We'll get Deuteronomy. Let me see. 32 and 21.
Yeah, let's get that, man.
Okay, Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, 21. They have moved me to jealousy, which is not God. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities, and I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people, and will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation.
Now this is a foolish nation. This will be when we turned against the Lord. This would all happen.
Right.
We didn't want to keep the commandments. We wanted to follow these false prophets, these Christian pastors, and all these things. This will happen.
Right.
Now you know this is a foolish people here to making an orangutan personhood. I can almost guarantee that orangutan got more rights than any Latino brother or any baby that's coming across their border. Do you think they would dare put that orangutan in a cage and lock it up so it can sleep on the concrete floor?
Oh, good night.
The answer is hell no. Do you think they wouldn't provide the proper hygiene and the place for that orangutan to be able to take care of itself?
Right.
And its weight? They would do that. They would make sure to it. So I'm asking you, brothers and sisters, how is this man human when he gives an animal more rights than a human?
That's right.
I just want to know.
That's absolutely correct.
Because
absolutely.
We've been saying this in ISUPK for so long. We've been saying, how can you expect civil rights from an uncivilized people? And how can you expect human rights from an animal? These are things that we've been saying in the ISUPK, brothers and sisters, and now it's come to fruition. Here we are reading about the goddamn Planet of the Apes.
Right.
Hello,
can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
I'm
you.
sorry.
You say, who is this now?
Okay. I just wanted to add that gay people got reparations before black people. I just wanted to add that.
Okay, who is this? George?
George.
Okay, hey George, how you doing, brother? I remember you from last time. You all right?
Yeah, I have a few questions, but I'll do it later though.
Okay, cool. No sweat. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mute you for now. Stay on the line though. You know what I'm saying? And we appreciate you calling in.
Yeah.
We're gonna open it. We're gonna open it up for questions in just a second. Hold your questions, write them down. We're gonna get with you, okay?
All right, no doubt.
Okay, Most High in Christ, you got it, Cap.
And we as black people, the so-called Negro, the Negro, the Haitian, the darker tribe, we should understand that too.
Right.
Because we did 400 years of chattel slavery, meaning you were looked at as property or animals. You understand? And they knew that, but they based their science off of that. Why? Because it justifies it to do cruelty to you.
Right. Good.
It does not match up. It's not biblically sound. It's not sound any way you look at it. It has to be a balance in this thing, man. There is no balance in this man's thought process. He's a foolish people. And this is a proof of it. Keep going, my brother.
You know, Makwada, she on fire. She said the orangutan probably dating some Edomite. That's how she got the house. I'm through, man.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't doubt it. That's a good point. You know they like to sleep with animals.
Oh, yeah.
You know they like to sleep with. That's probably why you got all these diseases going on in the animals already. You know what I'm saying? All these damn recalls on the chicken and the beef and all this because they probably sleeping with these animals, man. You know they doing.
Woo.
So this is what the hell you have. Did we ever get that definition of evolution, my brother?
Okay,
if someone could type it in, and I want to know the definition of evolution and the opposite of evolution.
All right, so the definition of evolution is as follows. The process of which different kinds of living organisms are thought to have developed and diversified from earlier forms during the history of Earth. Okay, now you have another one as well, and the second definition is the gradual development of something, especially from a simple to a more complex form.
You see that?
Mm-hmm.
So now, that orangutan is still a goddamn orangutan. It went from a small orangutan to a big orangutan.
Right.
So if what you're saying, based on Darwin's theory of evolution, how everyone come from apes and all this other stuff, but then it hasn't done the full process yet. So why is it granted personhood? Why is it granted citizenship? Because in order for you to have personhood, you have to have citizens in America.
Right.
So not only does this orangutan have personhood, but it has goddamn citizenship.
Golly, man.
Do you understand that, brother and sister? I mean, I can't make this up. We didn't write this off. This sounds like something you would see in a science fiction movie, like in the goddamn Twilight Zone.
Now, do you want evolution or devolution? Like,
yeah, get devolution.
Okay, devolution. Oh boy, here we go. All right. Okay, devolution. Okay, and it's y'all hear that right? Devolution. But let me stop. It says the transfer or delegation of power to a lower level. Okay, especially by central government to local or regional administration, and of course the government is behind this scientific experiment, right?
So that's going into something else, but it's similar when you look at organisms.
Right.
How organism can what you say is reversed. You understand? But they using a government definition of that also.
Of course.
You understand how
Right.
you go from a civilized society to an uncivilized society.
Right.
You understand? And the same thing with animals. They say well, the animal can come from the animal kingdom to be amongst the humans.
Oh, man.
So it's the same. It's showing you. Even that is still hypocrisy. It's still hypocrisy because the people at the border are humans. They're
Right.
humans. They're not animals. But you don't even give them human rights.
Right.
I can understand what you want to say, and even that is still not right because they would. Texas is Mexico. Goddamn it.
Right.
California is Mexico. All that they've been there for thousands of years.
Right.
And you gonna sit there and call them illegals? Man, come on, man. Who's the real animal here? You ask yourself that question. You understand? This article right here, this right here should be put in every Latino paper in the goddamn Latin world and in America.
I have it.
This article should be highlighted.
Right. And just to go in, Cap, I looked further deep into it as you were speaking. So de-evolution, devil or de-evolution, or is backward from evolution. It is the notion that that species can revert to a supposedly now more primitive forms over time. And it is possible for small changes, such as in the frequency of a single gene, to be reversed by a change or selection. But this is no different from the normal case of evolution, right? So there you go, right there. They trying to
So
make
you see
this
that?
right, trying to make this orangutan, primitive. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. And I'm going to tell you something. Believe it or not, they will use de-evolution on us to make us an animal and use evolution on them to make them human. That's basically what they've done.
Good night.
Isn't that what they've done? Isn't that what they did when they did with slavery?
Right.
They made you an animal. They made you an animal. You come from a civilized people, an advanced civilization, and put you in a habitat of an animal.
Oh man.
Put shackles and things on you like a beast. So these things is what they practice.
Oh man.
You understand? I can go on and on about this story, man. This story right here is, this story right here is a blockbuster. You understand? Telemundo should be talking about this story and the hypocrisy right now. They should be talking about this. They should be saying, how in the hell does a goddamn orangutan get a house in Florida, but we can't even get a goddamn food and water across the border in Mexico? Coming in Texas. Explain to me that. We can't even get a decent bed to sleep on, but they putting babies on the damn concrete floor with aluminum foil. It should be an outrage. What you have at the border is a humanitarian crisis.
Yep.
It's a manufactured humanitarian crisis.
Right.
Because it wasn't like this at first. They didn't manufacture the crisis under this administration. All right? So now, is there any more in that story, Warrior, before we move on?
A little bit more, then we'll move on. Let me see. So it says, Judge Elena Liberatori's landmarks ruling in 2015 declared Sandra, the orangutan, is legally not an animal, but a non-human person. Thus...
Oh, now they want to non-human. See, this is disgusting.
Right.
What the hell are you?
Right. Say a non-human person, thus entitled to some legal rights enjoyed by people and better, listen to this, and better living conditions. Okay? Now,
well, you know what? Whatever status it is, can the Latino brothers and sisters at the border get that status, whatever it is?
Oh,
how do you apply for that status? Huh? What you got to do? You got to count to 10?
You know what's heavy though, Cap? Listen. But the Neanderthal, whoever say they came from apes, they say better living conditions. They probably start getting benefits and all of that. So the oppressor, well, a white man, he gonna go ahead and say that that's his kin, next to kin, and it's in his bloodline, and this bastard will start receiving benefits as a orangutan. Okay?
Oh yeah.
Free homes and
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
Right.
I believe, like, we in the time now, you know, they got this non-gender conformity and all these things. So now, I mean, like, but you know what? It's funny that we're not able to move mobile in those jobs.
Right.
And to see these things. We try to tell you homosexual, you black homosexual. You thought that you were the gay rights and get better housing. Nigga, you're still homeless.
Right.
You thought it was gonna be, the grass was gonna be greener on the other side. Now you see. Now not only are you homeless, you're a goddamn male prostitute.
Oh man.
You know we know about it. You know we read the stories. You know we see what's going on in these cities, aka New Orleans.
Right.
We see you young black homosexuals. You are a male prostitute. That's what you are. For a rich white man down in New Orleans.
Right.
I'm
75-year-old white man.
Can I get real tonight? Because I just left out of New Orleans.
Baba Quashar, go ahead.
You understand? Like, these young black homies act like they fighting for some right. You ain't fighting. You fighting for a purse with your white sugar daddy.
Right. A European shoulder bag.
Them European or French sugar daddies that come down to New Orleans on a vacation, and you some male escort.
Oh.
The hell you talking about this? No, you just put yourself in a subcategory, a lower subcategory, and you still want to hold on to being black.
Woo.
Why is it that you don't want to hold on to your gender, but you still want to hold on to being black? Why don't you forget about being black also? Why are you holding on to that card?
Right.
You don't know if you're a man or a woman, but you do know your race. I wonder why.
Good night, man.
They made yourself a double goddamn minority with no benefits. And a goddamn orangutan. This show you the civil rights movement and goddamn failed. If you don't think the civil rights movement, John Lewis died thinking that America was going to ever accept civil rights, have some civil rights towards black people. Now you see. You understand? Now you see.
All right.
I mean, come on, brother. Keep going. Any more?
A little bit more, we moving on. It says, with that ruling, I wanted to tell society something new, that animals are sentient beings and that the first right they have is our obligation to respect them, she told the Associated Press.
I want y'all to drop me to the fifth chamber of hell, please. Put me in the fifth chamber now.
Oh man.
Like, then you have the obligation to respect the animals, but you are doing what you're doing to our Latino brothers and sisters at the border.
Right.
Are you kidding me? A stray dog gets better treatment than that.
Good night, man.
It's a travesty.
It is.
Go ahead, my brother.
It's absolutely amazing. Good night. So yeah, this is something that everybody's gonna have to understand, and and recognize that they are trying to be ape-like. Well, they are ape-like, and they trying to take everything, all the benefits that we have, and they would rather give it to an animal, right? Give it to gay rights to an animal than to give anything to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Meanwhile, we're out there trying to get reparations, and we're gonna all get the money and stuff. Like, what you need to get, this, you see this I got in my hand, y'all see this Bible right here, right? This is what you need to get. You need to get two things. Get the Bible, then get your ass in class. That's it. This right here is what's gonna save your life, right? Not trying to go and save the whales that the white people have poisoned all the water and the food and the ocean with, right? And the orangutan, and dropped all type of chemicals in their food and everything. Pretty soon you'll have orangutans walking up and down the street, at the ball game, at the Super Bowl game, standing in line right behind you, waiting to get a hot dog, all right? Sitting in the stands, ordering a beer and peanuts and crap like that, and you all are gonna be with it. Okay, and you say that's crazy, but you know what's even more deeper than that is for a woman to kill her child and have Planned Parenthood places all around conveniently in our neighborhoods, and then you become docile, right? And you become complacent and domesticated with something like that. Well, of course, an orangutan can walk up and down the street. If you can kill your own child, and we can be, like Cap say, if you can wait for some 75-year-old oppressor to come into town so you can be a male prostitute. Well, orangutan, that's the least of your worries. Let them walk up and down the street. Then when the orangutan kills somebody, rip their head off, you know what the oppressor gonna say. You know what they're gonna say? Well, I mean, we pulled out Sandra's file, and she's never acted like this before. It's incredible. She's never, responded or done anything. She's usually, human friendly, and she usually acts cordial. But hey, rip the person's head off, and that's just not like her. And then you might push the orangutan that push you. Now you're gonna get, charges filed on you for you assaulting, a citizen or something. It's the same way we stand, in Austin, Texas. Right, and they have these officers that are on these horses, and if you don't get out the way and you bump the horse, you have just assaulted a police officer. Everybody heard about the brother that got 45 years of life, something to that nature, for killing a police dog. You see what I'm saying? So it's out there. They are trying to domesticate these animals, and at the same time, they're trying to domesticate you. They calling you an animal, but they calling this a non-person. But blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, you the wild animal. See, that's what they're trying to say. All right. Okay, so we're gonna get a little bit more. It says, but without a clear alternative, Sandra remained at the adequate zoo, right? Anti-adequate zoo, antiquated zoo, which closed in 2016 until leaving for the U.S. in late September. She was in quarantine for a month at the Sedgwick County Zoo in Kansas before arriving to Florida. At the center, Sandra joins 21 orangutans and 31 chimpanzees rescued or retired from circuses, stage shows, and the erotic pet trade that the oppressor put them in. Okay.
But guess what? But that's true. They got a community, and you don't.
Oh man! Oh,
these
good.
orangutans have a community that now they can thrive. Now, how is it that a orangutan got a community?
Oh man!
You know what I'm saying? And you don't. How is it? See, we got to examine these things, brothers.
Golly, boy.
There's a reason we bring these stories out. You understand? They were animals. They would grant an animal humanity. It would grant them personhood or not. I guess with non-personhood mean the evolution is still loading. I guess it's it's in purgatory. But whatever the case may be, you don't have the same rights as an animal.
Right.
You get less rights than animals. And that's why we stay on you niggas' ass from Greenpeace and the animal rights and all that. That's why we stay on you. You understand? Because we try to tell your ass that the police officer gonna kill you before climate change.
Good night, man.
You don't get it. The NYPD is gonna bust your ass before climate change. You so worried about climate change. You so worried about this, so worried about that. Worry about what Commander General Yohana tell you to worry about.
Right. Right.
You need to get focused. You're off key. You're in all this other. It's like our efforts are diverted. We're not consolidated. You understand? We're not showing solidarity with our people. We're so worried about we're so distracted on all these. That's why he created all these subcategories: the women's rights, the animal, all these. And first of all, they weren't even talking about the animal rights and earth rights if it wasn't for the Native American Indians. They the ones that was talking about the earth rights and all that before. They hijacked that from them.
Right.
They was the one talking about you should watch how you pollute the earth and all that, teaching the white man about that. And they just stole that movement from them. You understand? But they do every goddamn thing.
Yeah.
You understand?
We done.
Was that it for you?
Yeah, we done. We done with that madness. And I want to make a correction. I don't know if I read erotic, pet trade, or exotic, but it's exotic. Exotic. All right. Exotic pet trade. Right. I don't know if I said erotic. So, but hey, it could be erotic later on, but it reads exotic. Yeah. Okay. It reads exotic. Okay, now
you look up, brother, and Sandra will be voting in Florida for the next president of the United States. Okay, don't let it surprise you. Okay,
right. Sandra be voting, and they be doing communicating with the orangutan with sign language.
Right.
With sign language.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly. So now, let's get on to story number 3.
Story number 3.
Yeah, Let's go to story number 3.
All right. Come.
Let's get the story number. This is a good story here. This story here is a good story, and once again, this is why we love the race car. This is why we educate you on the race car and how if you're not careful, the race car can be used against you.
Good night.
We just got through talking about the orangutan, and let me tell you something. And I want to go back to it, man, just a little bit. See, all these goddamn fabricated minorities that the white man allowed that he create. He created you gay, all these different letters in the alphabet in the gay movement. How many goddamn letters you got? The feminist movement, all these, and then these other immigrants that's other than our people.
Right.
The Asians, the Palestinians. These are fabricated minorities, man. They really not a minority.
Right.
In most cases. Because let me tell you, and they take your movement. I'm gonna tell you what I saw on TV. You see that stuff going on in Hong Kong right there? You see them protests going on over there? A police officer shot somebody. And I can almost swear some of those signs look like Black Lives Matter signs, but with Chinese writing. Did you hear what I'm trying to tell you? They saying stop police violence, stop police brutality. And some of the phrases, like that black and white, those black and white signs, it look almost verbatim, identical to Black Lives Matter signs, but they got the Chinese right. Now, I hope I'm not just hallucinating on this stuff.
Oh no, you're not.
I hope I'm not just. And you know what else I saw when I turn on the news and I see what's going on in Palestine? Guess what I see? I see the Palestinians with a flag, with that national flag, but they have a fist in the air on their flag.
Oh man!
Now, where in the hell did they get that fist from? Who made the fist famous? The fist in the air famous? Who did that? You did.
Yep.
You did it at the Olympics. You did it during the pro-black movement in the late 60s and 70s. These people are taking what you do and using it for their own.
Good night.
These goddamn fabricated minorities. And the Lord was right when he said he was going to make us jealous, because I'm jealous. I'm wondering how they can take everything we do and make it their own. And then sell it back to you.
Wow.
It has to be the greatest hustle on the face of this goddamn earth. Let's move on to story 3, my brother.
Story number 3. Oh man, and this is a good one, everybody. Story number 3. Wife of billionaire says she can use the N-word because now Alicia Keys is her black friend.
Oh my goodness! Am I in the fifth chamber of hell?
Well, we getting ready to go there. You are now in the 5th chamber.
Brother, crank up. Look, raise it to the 5th power. Because brother, here we go again.
Oh man!
And this is why we say what we say in the ISUPK, that race matters.
Yep.
See, a lot of you think now Alicia Keys is a millionaire.
Right.
She's a millionaire. I think with her husband, I mean, they probably damn near billionaires. I don't tell her. They millionaires. And she has a billionaire friend who happens to be white, and she says she can use the N-word because Alicia Keys is her friend. Do you see what is going on here? You should ask yourself, and this is why we provide, in ISUPK, we specialize in race relations. We will provide you racial consultations if you need them, but you have to pick up the phone and call today. You have to pick up the phone. If you need to ask yourself, if you got any white friends out there, any white friend, or any other friends that's other than Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, because we are the Lord's chosen people, you should ask yourself, am I being used? Am I being a victim of racial leverage?
Right.
Why am I saying that? Because if you are friends with a racist, your race becomes leverage in their defense. And this right here, we've been hearing this term. I want y'all to, we've been hearing this term in camp for, it's for a good while.
Right.
You know how many people come up to us when we call the white man the devil and say, well, I have a black friend. We talk about slavery and they say how they got a black friend. We talk about how they stole hip-hop, jazz, rock and roll, and they say they have a black friend. We talk about how we've been locked out of the economy for over 400 years, and they built this country off our backs, and they talk about how they got a black friend. You know how many times we've heard that? It's almost like a script.
Right.
They know to use. You understand? Go ahead and read, my brother.
Wife of billionaire says she can use the N-word because Alicia Keys is her black friend. Now, the wife of a billionaire hedge fund manager defended her casual use of the N-word. Casual use now of the N-word, suggesting her black friend Alicia Keys wouldn't mind it at all. According to court.
Hold on, if I could see, this is what I'm talking about. I want y'all. I need some help on this, y'all, because I'm about to. I don't know if I can take this too much long. But people want to argue with us. You think just because you in a different financial bracket that you escape racism? You think because that you feel like you broke that glass ceiling that you escape racism? Racism is an institution. And it's from the top all the way to the bottom. And you'll be surprised of how many black celebrities and black millionaires and billionaires deal with racism on a higher level. And it's more, it's like expected. It's expected, man. They deal with a lot of racism too, but they don't talk about it. You understand? Because they got comfortable in their ivory towers. Got comfortable. So now you have a white billionaire friend. Now with friends like that, you don't need enemies.
Oh man.
You don't need enemies when you got friends like that. Give me the scripture where it says to prove a friend. Don't be hasty to give them credit. You got to prove them.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Give me that scripture. You know what I'm saying? But we can. If you want to keep reading, why the brother get that scripture? You know what I'm saying? We can read on. But that's
no, that's a call. That's not the brother. Just me and you rocking out.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No sweat. Okay. Let me see. But yeah, I can still pull it for you. So we're not sweating.
And let me show you something. Let's show you how they view friendship.
I got it.
They view friendship. Let's show you how white people view friendship.
Come on.
They view friendship like you got to respect me, but I don't got to respect you. You understand? Like friendship is a one-way street with them. It's not a two-way street with them. Like if she really cared about Alicia Keys' culture and who she is and what her people went through, she would never even use a term like that.
That's right.
We're showing you what is Alicia Keys to her? A token Negro. A conversation piece. A piece to say, I went with her to Queens. I went with her to Brooklyn. I visited the ghettos. I now have received my black card. This is why we tell you, this is what ISUPK say when we say, you are not authorized to get, black people are giving out passes that they're not authorized to give out.
Right.
This is why you need a hierarchy in Israel. You need a hierarchy. Why? Because you're doing things you're not authorized and qualified to do.
Right.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. Okay. I have the scripture. I just want to say this real fast, Cap. And you know, Alicia Keys' mother is a white woman, so you know that's the reason why the Most High, you know, don't want us sleeping with heathens, because it turns your heart away from following them. Alicia Keys, you can scream Israelite all you want to her, but she ain't finna leave her, you know, her white mama. See what I'm saying? Now, because she has a white mama, this other white lady, right, the billionaire woman, is saying, you know, I have a, you know, that one black friend, but you know, sure, she, you know, her daddy may be, you know, considered black or an Israelite, you know, as far as bloodline, but Alicia Keys is nobody to put the standard on what a black person is, because you know her mother is white, so she loved white people. Period. That's the bottom line.
And I can almost guarantee you, this is a good point too, all of y'all. I can almost guarantee her mother used that word.
Oh man, all the time.
When she got married with her father, it ain't too many times. Like Joey Hunter always say, you give them a little time and they will reveal themselves, man. Like it ain't no change in that. You
Right.
understand? So what you made a valid point, man. Like it's crazy. What Alicia Keys is what America would consider biracial.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Strong black
you know,
woman.
to some people, right? Some people would say she received the best of both worlds, but then you can't look at it like that when you come from when you're an Israelite, because now you're trapped between two worlds. That's why we shouldn't marry outside our race. You understand? Because now you're gonna have people if people are gonna look at her and say, "What you gonna say next?" They put the pressure on her. And really, she should, because she would have to pick a side.
Right.
We know what side she's supposed to be on for her father, but there's so many that go. You know, that other life just looks so grandeur and great.
That's right.
Put him to pick some nigga to be part of some nigga. But make no mistake about it, her voice, her talent, her creativity, that comes from her father's side.
That's right. Sure does.
That comes from the bloodline of Israel.
Right.
Make no mistake about it.
Right.
You understand?
Okay, let me get this scripture for you. Ecclesiasticus. Ecclesiasticus chapter 6, verse 7, and it reads, "If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him."
See, that's the problem with you Negroes. You get these so-called white friends, you understand, and because they white, you so hasty to give them credit. And meanwhile, they looking at you like, I can say the word nigga now. Are we friends? And now you damn near they want you to trim your ways to seek they love. You ain't proved them. You understand? And if you really prove them, you're gonna find out they can never be your friend. You understand? You can do business, but they can't be your friend. You understand? Your friends are those of your own race. You understand? They can never be your friend, because this is the type of response you're gonna get being a friend. When they feel comfortable, when that rap song come on, or they around smoking weed or whatever, it's gonna come out.
Right.
You my nigga. And you know what the word, you know, when they say you my nigga, you know, oh yeah, you cool, you Eminem, you Vanilla Ice. No. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that. You understand? Because his grandfather said that to your grandfather when they were young. You my nigga. When he said my nigga, it meant something totally different. So why has it changed now? Huh?
Right.
Because he get tattoos and he's sad and he know a little rap music? It does not change, brothers and sisters. You understand? Keep going, my brother.
All right, so now, casual use of the N-word, suggesting her black friend Alicia Keys wouldn't mind it, according to court documents obtained by Page 6. Now, Lisa Falcon, whose husband Philip Falcon is known for admitting to the SEC in 2013 that he committed security fraud, became defensive when her personal chef, Brian Villanova, was visibly disturbed by her use of the word. She allegedly used it after meeting Venezuela's girlfriend, who is black, in July 2019.
You see that? Now the chef, he's sitting there trying to cook. We're showing you how they look at you, man.
Right.
And I can guarantee you this chef making money. If you a chef for a billionaire, you ain't getting pennies. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
That she can see the spirit on him is like, I can't, this bitch is saying the N-word all up in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they look at you. And whoever that was, they ought to be ashamed of their goddamn self too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, this is what's going. Thank you, Martin Luther King Jr. Thank you.
Good night.
That's what you can thank for this. They said they wanted little white girls and little black girls to hold hands.
Oh, man.
But they didn't say the little white girl was still going to call you a nigga.
That's right. And we have two.
Let that point out. Go ahead.
Come on. We have two in the chat room. We have Kazak. It's like Kazak Damar said, "You my nigger is not the same as you my nigga." That's one of them. And Captain Azanaya in Syracuse said, "Straight up fool, man. Straight up fool." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
right.
they are getting very bold. George Sanders said, the brother that called in on the line. They're getting very, very bold out there. Well, they've been like that, George.
Yeah. And this is why the Lord called on men like us to set the standard. You understand? To refocus the standard. Because these niggas done got money. Let me tell you something. These niggas done got money and they done forgot all about their identity. They done forgot all about the struggle. They done forgot all about their grandmothers. That's why the Lord said, honor thy mother and father that thy days may be long. You ain't supposed to forget about what the hell they went through. You ain't supposed to let these heathen just talk to you in kind of way. The hell kind of person, what kind of hell? And just to be their goddamn friend? I don't need friends like that. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You get around a Jew, you get around a so-called Jewish man and call him a kike or some shit like that, and you watch what happen. You my kike. Or some offensive German word. You watch what the hell happen. Or you go around a Chinese and say you my chink. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. You see what happened. You see what happened.
Nice.
See if they're gonna take it fine. You get around some Italian and joke with them like that.
Oof.
You understand? You gotta, like I said, once again, the UPK is raising the standard, man. We raising the flag, we raising the banner, we raising the standard. That's why we hate it. That's why we're feared. You understand? Because we won't tolerate nonsense. We have zero tolerance on disrespect.
That's all right, go ahead.
You understand?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
Now, Venezuela's girlfriend was on hand to help him prepare for food for the Falcons' dinner party in the Hamptons, according to the new wage dispute lawsuit. The morning after the party, Falcon allegedly expressed surprise about the woman's language skills. Quote, "Your girlfriend speaks very well. She seems educated," Falcon allegedly told him. He goes on to say, "I would describe her as a chocolate-covered marshmallow." Okay?
Look at this. Look. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh. My goodness.
Hold on, let me get some more, Cap. He said,
come on, brother. Look, brother, just turn the heat up. Keep going, bro. Just turn it all the way up.
I'm going to turn it up when you start talking again and say, I would describe her as a chocolate-covered marshmallow. She then allegedly asked, "Do you use the word N-word at home with your girlfriend?" Now, Venezuela says that after Falcon noticed the expression on her face, she became defensive, saying that she meant it as a compliment, and that Alicia Keys, in contrast, doesn't speak eloquently. She also,
Hold on.
man,
Did you see how she be throwing Alicia
there you
Keys
go.
in there?
Oh
Once
yeah,
again,
oh yeah.
You are used as racial leverage.
Golly,
This is what we trying to tell you. This is why we tell you we specialize in race relations. Now you are big. This is why we tell you you need your racial consultation today.
right.
Pick up the phone and call the ISBK today, brothers and sisters. Tonight, tomorrow, call us. Terms and conditions may vary, but pick up the phone and call.
Hey.
Don't delay.
Hey, Cap, and listen, that race card that you clearly explained over and over again, that it's the most important and the strongest card in the deck. I'm like with this story, I'm looking at there's different ways to use the race card. You feel what I'm saying? To play that hand. You see what I'm saying? And listen, the oppressor, man, his shuffles and his hands are so quick, especially when you don't even know how to play the game.
Exactly. Listen. He playing the two-hand game now. He's using your card in his favor to gain leverage. And listen, that's why she said Alicia Keys. Like, I know Alicia Keys, and so what does this lead me to believe? That she's using the N-word around Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
She's calling Alicia Keys my nigga. I mean, that's the only thing I can do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like this is the type of relationship they have. The relationship a rich black person has with a rich white person is still a slave mentality relationship in most cases. You understand?
Golly, man.
We still that, man. It still has that you know, I can disrespect you because we're friends, right? We're friends. Well, friends don't do that.
Right.
You understand? Friends don't do that. You gotta
Come on. And there's two sides to this boldness. There's also a boldness, like when the Most High says, do not deal with these heathen nations like that. Right? So Israelites get bold, right? Blacks, Hispanics, we get bold, and as we get bolder in our disrespect and our blatant, disrespect, our brazenness, then the oppressor and the heathen nations, they get more comfortable, and that's their boldness. You see what I'm saying? The more we disrespect the God of Israel, well, the more they gonna disrespect the children of Israel, right? It's like incredible. It's incredible. That boldness goes two ways. Now it goes on. It says the last one, in contrast, doesn't speak eloquently. She also allegedly said it. Watch this. It's Alicia Keys. She also said allegedly that it is fine for her to use the N-word because I'm Puerto Rican and grew up in Spanish Harlem, so I can speak like that. Keys and her husband, Swiss Beats, had attended the Falcons' aforementioned dinner party. So they went and had a good time anyway.
Now let me ask you this.
Yeah, we do with this.
I gotta know, is this billionaire a Latino brother or sister? Or is this a...
Let me see.
Because if this is a devil, they cannot. Now, if this is a Latino brother and sister, then they can say it because they the goddamn same. We the same. But I think this is a devil. I think this is a goddamn devil. And trying to use the Latino brother and sister, or the Latino sister use the Latino sister and Alicia Keys to say she can say the N-word.
Okay, let me see if I can look her up real quick. Let me see something.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen some stories where they try to come down on Latinos for saying that. But we all know that we one and the same. You know what I'm saying? We one and the same. They call us niggas, they call them sticks. We in the same ghetto. We got the same forefather, the same forefather. So that right there, that's definitely they can't even get involved in that because they can call a Mexican or his Latino brother or sister. Yeah, we on the same level. So I know what they mean when they say my nigga.
Yeah, I'm looking at a couple of pictures. Oh no, this is a devil, man.
Yeah, that's the devil. I figured that.
This is the devil.
We know what she's trying to do? She's trying to use, once again, the Latino. Listen, she's using both cultures, brothers and sisters.
Yeah, it's a
Pay
devil.
attention.
It's a damn devil.
She's using the Latino brothers and sisters culture, and she's using the so-called Judites culture.
Right.
And to give herself a pass with her billionaire stealing her hedge fund husband, stealing all that goddamn, they're a bunch of crooks anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
She's a damn devil.
Why would you feel that we call you a thief?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that fits you. Keep going, my brother.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, we can finish it. We've already got to the meat of it. If you want to keep going, we'll
okay.
I can read a little bit more, but if you want me to.
Let's go on to story number 4. Let's go on to exhibit B. That's exhibit A. Let's go down to exhibit B. Let's see how another celebrity was used.
Right.
That black was used as racial leverage. Once again. Let's go to another story.
Right. I'd rather do that. It's excellent story, Cap. All right. So this is story number 4. Okay. And we're going to get into this. Story number 4. President Trump's son really thinks, now, knowing Michael Jackson makes his daddy not racist.
Thank you, Martin Luther King Jr. Turn the heel.
Oh, man.
The goddamn shame.
Oh, man. Woo.
Once again, this is them using racial leverage for their own purpose, man.
Oh, man.
Once again, you have to give me what scripture where it says that Israel a homeborn slave.
Come on.
Give me that.
Jeremiah, I'm ready for it.
Like, why is it that we have to
14.
not look? But this is why you need leaders like in the ISUPK. Because let me tell you, if this nation was to get behind Commander General Yohana, it would set a standard across the board. These things would be not. You would have to answer for this shit.
Right.
Excuse my language. You would have to report the council over this shit here. It would be like the goddamn United Nations. It would be like the embassy. You would have to come before the embassy over this type of shit.
That's right.
Because now you lowering the standards of this nation now.
That's
now
right.
You lowering the code. You setting the standard where we can just be disrespected now.
Oh, man. All right, I'm ready for
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Warrior.
All right.
And I want to say this. And by you doing that, that is a threat to national security. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to talk like the Attorney General. I gotta talk like the goddamn Attorney General tonight. Like I gotta talk like we like, put them in the mindset that we a nation. You know what I'm saying?
Oof.
And that they are this type of disrespect is a threat to national security. It's a threat to our national pride.
That's right.
And you all will be held accountable for it. Keep going, my brother.
All right, this is Jeremiah, right? The book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 14. Okay, and it reads: Is Israel a servant? Listen, is Israel a servant? Is he a home-born slave? Why is he spoiled?
Now listen to this. Oh my, this scripture right here is so poetic. If you don't think this is talking about you, let me tell you something. You're not her friend, Alicia Keys.
Right.
You're not his friend, Michael Jackson. You're his servant.
Right.
That's what you are. That's what you are. You're his servant. You understand? If we were able to be their friend, you wouldn't have to fight for equality. You would have to fight for the same rights that he has over a goddamn orangutan.
Right.
You would have to do that. Why is he spoiled? Why is he robbed of his own race, his own culture, and his culture and race being used against him? Do you know how shameful that is? She should have kicked over she should have knocked over the champagne glass and walked out the goddamn mansion.
Right. She would have got respect.
You don't let you ever talk to me like that. Who you talking to? You didn't got too comfortable. You didn't got too comfortable. And when white people get comfortable around you, they show you who they are. Oh yeah. Okay. And you know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying is the truth. If you out there listening to Boot Up or Shut Up Radio, this your first time, and you work around white people, especially in corporate America, or any high-paying job, or any low-paying job, you know what I'm telling you the truth. You know when you go to work tomorrow, you're going to see what we were talking about on Boot Up or Shut Up.
Right. They know what it is.
You know you're going to see it. You know exactly what it is. Keep going, my brother.
Okay, so again, President Trump's son now. President Trump's son, okay, thinks that knowing Michael Jackson now, okay, thinks that knowing Michael Jackson is what's gonna, consider his father not to be a racist, okay? His daddy can't be a racist. So Donald Trump Jr. now released a new book Tuesday in which he attempts to defend his father against call-outs of racism by sharing stories from his childhood.
Now hold on. Now,
you know they got to go back. Now little babies, Cap. You know how it go. You know the game.
Exactly. When you see how this works, and see, I've seen this in college.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you, I've seen this in college. I've seen a lot of white people. And I'm gonna show you how this works. I've seen a lot of white people do a lot of humanitarian work. They'd be in a lot of these cultural black events, and they would do these things. But lo and behold, they were doing these things to build up their racial resume. I'm gonna coin the term racial resume. ISUPK is gonna coin that term. All right. So if you hear someone use racial resume, know they got it from the ISUPK. Okay. They build up their racial resume by hanging around you, smoking weed, or doing different things around you in organizations to say, I'm the only white guy in this black organization. Why? To build up their racial resume.
Right.
So when the day comes that they does do some races, they have cushion because they can say, look, I've done this. I've done this for black people. I know this senator. I know the NAACP.
Right.
I know, Jamal Brown. I know Creflo Dollar. I know TD. These is what they do. They build up their racial resume so they can have collateral.
Yep.
This is what we're trying to tell you.
Right.
See, now I guarantee in this book, he gonna name every black celebrity that ever met with Donald Trump. I guarantee I can go through this book and you're gonna see Michael Jackson. He gonna probably get a list of names and how many times they played golf.
Oh man.
How many times they had dinner. How many times they was on a private plane. All these things, and look, lo and behold, you think that you gaining a friend.
Right. Right.
You know
How
what
many
I'm saying?
times?
But the Bible says you have to prove your friend first.
That's
Don't
right.
be hasty to give him credit.
That's right.
That's why I love this book, man.
That's right, Cap. That's right. Yeah. And they
Keep
also,
going, my brother.
real quick, they also got to add it, after they get through showing their racial resume, they also have to end it now, okay, with even more disrespect to Israelites, God's chosen people, by going to Africa, standing in the middle of little children while they jump around in a circle, and they say, get this, film this, make sure you film this. And they jumping around screaming and yeah, and they in the middle and then they're getting credit by going to Africa to a heathens. But they're saying, look at all this time that I spent with Negroes in America, over here in Africa.
Exactly.
I've been to Africa and seen your people, and you ain't even seen them.
Oh yeah. Like you gotta understand, like that's why the Bible says oppression make a wise man mad. Brothers and sisters, you gotta be wise to understand oppression. And that's what we understand why our people are not mad, because they're not wise.
Right.
Oppression is a system. Oppression goes from the top down, not from the bottom up.
Yeah.
That's why it's called oppression.
Right.
And you got to be wise to understand it. And you don't understand it. We know you don't understand it because you're simple, as Commander General Hunter always say, you're simple as the day is old.
Man.
You're simple. You look at us, you say, well, why y'all so mad? We wonder why you not mad. What in the hell you so happy about?
Right.
You belong to a nation that's been in exile for over 400 years.
Woo. Man.
You understand? You have to be wise to understand oppression.
Right. All right.
Keep going, my brother.
All right. Again, Donald Trump Jr. released a new book Tuesday in which he attempts to defend his father against call-outs on racism by sharing stories from his childhood. The now 41-year-old pointed to his and his father's friendship with music superstar Michael Jackson as an example of their, quote, love, unquote, for black folks. Okay?
Love. Love.
Their love.
Your business relationship with a celebrity who happened to crawl out of the poverty of Gary, Indiana. You know what I'm saying? The struggle to make it to celebrity status, and then now that's your friend. Now you love him. I wonder why you love him.
Ooh.
You understand? Would you love him if he was in Gary, Indiana, on crack? Huh? Would you love him if he was those 4 boys that you accused of rape in New York? Huh? Would you love them?
Oh,
Or
man.
would you love him if he lived in those housing units that you kicked black people out of in New York? What about that? The housing discrimination. See, Christ said, whatever you do to the least of these, you done unto me.
Right.
To the least, brothers and sisters. Of course they're going to be your friend when you have celebrity status. It's just another autograph they can put on the mantle. Another picture they can put on over the fireplace.
Right.
So they can say they know. Another conversation piece.
Right.
About how you moonwalk in front of you, in front of your family.
Right.
And he gave you the glove with the glitter.
I say how you moonwalk.
I'm sick of it.
Okay, let me get it now. It goes on. It says, in the book titled, I want y'all to pay close attention to this title. In the book entitled, Triggered. Close to niggered, huh? Boy, they slick with their words, man. They so slick, boy.
Hold on. But you're right. He should take the T and the R over there and just put the N.
Right. He's slick.
That's what he should do. Because I guarantee you, he got a whole chapter with numbered niggas in there about how they Donald Trump's friend.
Golly, man.
And you best to believe Donald Trump told him all the little things that he done with black people. I mean, you know, me and Tiger Woods were on this boat trip. We played 10 holes of golf. We were on a yacht. I guarantee he pulling out the stops right now. And you gotta understand, we at the time of re-election, so they gonna pull out all the shit, all the damn stops with all these black people. They gonna pull them all out, including Ben Carson. That nigga still there. That nigga is.
Now, in the book entitled Triggered, How the Left Thrives on Hate and Wants to Silence Us. Now, President's son shared a specific story where his Nintendo gaming system and copy of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game were given to Jackson. Okay? Now, one day in Eric's room, my father saw how much Michael enjoyed playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with us on Nintendo and told him he could take the game home. My game, Trump Jr. wrote, my game. Now to this day, Eric says it was his game because it was in his room, but I know whose game it was. I'd worked a summer job to pay for it. Right? These are exclamation points.
Look, they acting like they so goddamn poor.
Right. A Nintendo game. And here was Michael Jackson's, probably a billionaire at this point, and he took it.
Look at him. Look at that.
Say,
Now,
now
you know what he's saying? He said, I know what it feels like to be a nigga.
oh man. He's not even here to defend himself. Now this ain't the story was meant to outline his father's generosity toward a black man as a further point against the argument of his racism. Now in the book, Trump Jr. later argued that if his father were racist, letting him go on vacation and play video games with the musical superstar meant that he's not very good at it. Okay, now Twitter users have not allowed the president's oldest child to minimize his father's racism by using the black friend card, and have made their opinions on the matter known, very known, with many pointing to the allegations against Jackson and his conduct with children as a piece of information that only complicates Trump Jr.'s defense. End of agonizing story.
You see that? And not one time. Now he ain't. You see what's going on? Like he act like that his father was doing Michael Jackson a favor, but really Michael Jackson was doing Donald Trump a favor. Because by that time Michael Jackson was at the height of his career.
Right.
And Trump's son wanted to be around him and all that. You understand? So that was like, it's just once again a servant. It's like, you're a celebrity, my son want to be around you. Let him play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with you. How is that being a black man's friend? Can somebody say, you know that movie Richard Pryor, that movie, The White Boy, where he made Richard Pryor a toy? It was like, what is it called? I think the movie was called Toy.
Right.
But it was a white boy he was a rich white boy that wanted to buy Richard Pryor and make him a toy.
Right.
That is what the hell happened with Mike.
Man, put it in the chat room, y'all. Y'all know that little white boy name. What is it? McKim?
Yeah,
I can't remember the guy. Home Alone little guy or something. Man. Yeah.
It's like that.
Right.
It was exactly like that, man. This is what you see going on, man. So it's a disgrace. Once again, don't be a victim of racial leverage. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like a victim of that. What you do is you learn how to play the race card. You learn how to use the race card. You learn how to get a racial consultation in the ISUPK.
Right.
Otherwise, this next story we'll be reading about will be about you.
Ooh-wee.
You understand? We'll be reading about you next. Okay? Now, let's go to story number 7, my brother.
Let's go ahead and get this one. This is oh man, I tell you, it just doesn't stop.
This is Kanye Kumbaya himself. Once again, I'm gonna stay on that nigga. I'm gonna stay on that nigga.
Good night. This Kanye. This Kanye, man. Let's tell you. Oh man, this Kanye, man. Let's go ahead and get this. So now here we go, story 7. Let's get right in. Let's waste no time. Over 1,000 commit lives to Christ at Kanye West's Sunday service in Baton Rouge. Pastor.
Let me tell you
Mark of the beast.
Right?
Let's get it.
This is what they are trying to make Kanye West, and I told you they're going to use him as a tool. When you start seeing him getting all these high-profile invitations to these big churches, especially white churches,
nice.
Understand that they are getting ready to use him on these millennials. They're going to use him to rejuvenate Christianity among these millennials. Because Christianity is lagging. Man, I'm going to tell you right now, Christianity, the UPK is beating the hell out of Christianity right now. We are dominating on Christianity right now. Make no mistake about it.
Right.
We are at the tip of the spear when it comes to this truth, and we are dominating Christianity right now. We cut Christianity 10 ways from sundown. Don't let up either. Show no mercy. You understand? Because when they got to use a nigga like Kanye West, you know they on their last leg.
Yep.
This nigga here has married a porn star, and now they saying he converted all these people, like, they're trying to make him a celebrity evangelist.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Keep going, my brother.
And in his song, he says he sold his soul to the devil. Okay? In his song.
He
Let's
said,
get it.
He said that in his song.
Right. In his song. Yes, it
Come
does.
on. Come on, man.
All
Pay
right.
attention.
Yep, that's what he said. Now here we go, y'all. Over 1,000 people now commit lives to Christ at Kanye West's Sunday service in Baton Rouge. Thousands of people gathered. Okay, and here's the picture right there. Thousands of people gathered for Kanye West's Sunday service in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, after a last-minute announcement Friday. Okay, Kervine Brewington, a pastor, Crosswoods Church at Lafayette, Louisiana, attended the event and shared his experience on Instagram, saying there was an altar call and over 1,000 people gave their lives to Christ.
You see that? You see what's going on? An altar call.
An altar
By
call.
Kanye West.
Woo!
And now what the hell is that, man? This is showing you right now that Christianity, this is what we're at war against.
Right.
Because these people are not, listen, the only reason they're not there for Christ. They're there because of Kanye. Idol worship.
What a night, man.
You understand? That's what it is. And they're going to use him to try to strengthen Christianity.
Right.
They're going to use him for that. Meanwhile, he supports Donald Trump, who's a known racist.
Good night, y'all.
Like, what does he, and he disrespects black people every chance he goddamn get.
Right.
He just openly disrespects black people. So you know he's not calling you to the real Christ. He's calling you to a false Christ. Calling you to the white Jesus. And a lot of you fools answer him. Keep going, my brother.
Good night. So now let's drop down a little bit more. It says tonight's, well, that was it. That was it for the story, but I'm going to read what they were saying. All right. It says, tonight, worship was lifted. The name of Christ was exalted. The word of God preached. And a multitude prayed together. The gospel was clearly... Right. They're trying to do the Revelation 7 and 9 out of one.
Yeah. Give me the scripture where the Lord says, take away thy song from me.
Come on, come on.
Take away the music.
Oh,
you don't want to hear all that.
Yeah, let me get it in Amos. Hold on. Amos 5, and I'll pull it right now.
Care about all that. If you care about a Sunday service, you understand? And let me tell you something. They're trying to make that the Sabbath. They're trying to reinforce that as the Sabbath anyway.
Okay, here we go.
When the Sabbath is on the Saturday.
Right.
From Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. You understand? But Kanye West, I'm gonna tell you, don't get enough of them Sunday services. I'm telling you, they charging people $55 for a cold breakfast with no grits in Baton Rouge. They ain't talking about this. I didn't see no grits on that plate. 55, goddamn, you're damn near paying that nigga tithes.
Oh,
you're paying that nigga tithes and offers.
Woo. Good.
$55 a plate, and you multiply 55 times 1,000.
Let me see. Let me go ahead.
Let me do the math on that. 55 times 1,000.
All right, we got 55 times 1,000, and that is $55,000. Shalom.
That's 55,000. That's just for the breakfast, and we ain't talking about the orange juice.
Oh man.
You understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Oh man.
They're robbing the people, but they didn't want to talk about that art we talked about last week. How you were charging people all their goddamn money.
Oh man.
Yeah, so they should have ran that nigga. Whoever invited him out of Baton Rouge, they should be ran out of Baton Rouge. They should be ran out of Baton Rouge. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, my brother. That's the end of that story.
Let me get the Amos. You want me to start directly on the verse or go up a couple verses before take away that?
Go where you see fit. Go use your judgment on it.
Yeah, because this is like a feast day or gathering to them. So this is Amos, Amos chapter 5, verse 21. It reads, I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Verse 22.
You understand? The Lord say he hates, like these holidays coming up, these Thanksgiving, and Christmas, all that, you about to see this stuff go through the roof, man. The Lord said he hated, he despised them. Why? Because those are man's feast days, not his.
That's right.
He gave us feast days. We value man's feast days and man's Sunday service over the Lord. You understand? The Lord ain't with that. He said he hate. What did he say? Did he say he don't? He say he love?
I hate. I despise. Both of them.
I thought the Lord don't hate.
Huh.
I thought the Lord don't hate. You better understand, the Lord do hate. He got a lot of hate. You understand?
That's right.
You tell me the Lord don't hate when he flooded the whole earth in order to save he brought the earth 8 people away from extinction, and you gonna tell me he don't hate? That take a lot of hate.
Oui.
That take a lot of hate to bring the earth 8 people away from extinction. Wouldn't you agree?
Most definitely.
Moving on.
Verse 22. Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them, neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beast.
You see that? 20. The Lord ain't gonna even accept. You know you in trouble when the Lord don't accept your peace offering. You in danger then.
Sure.
When he don't even want to smell the food and your peace offering, bring it. You can't get that. You know what that means? That means you ain't gonna get no peace.
Man.
That's what that means. No matter how much you praying, no matter what you doing, when you violate him on that level, guess what? There's no peace offering.
Right.
You understand? Keep going.
Verse 23. Take thou away from me the noise of your songs, for I will not hear the melody of thy vows.
You understand? Kanye West they rate him as a musical genius. So the things he do with music is amazing. But the Lord don't want to hear that.
Right.
He don't care about that. What does the Lord care about? He don't care about your Sunday service. He care about your service to him.
That's right.
The real service.
God on the con.
You understand? Honoring the Sabbath, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
You speaking the truth. You not making friendship with an enemy. The enemy to your people. How can you say that you're a man of God and you calling people to Christ when you're friends with a man who are locking people up at the goddamn border and got them in goddamn concentration camps? Babies. I couldn't even look at some of those videos. I had to turn them off. When I seen those babies crying in a goddamn cage. I had to turn off the goddamn the video. Because I can't even watch it. But he gonna call you Christ. And you gonna follow. The Bible says broad is the way to destruction. Narrow is the path that leads to life, brother and sister.
That's right.
You keep following that nigga Kanye West, you're going to get exactly what you deserve. I promise you. I see more and more people going to that goddamn Sunday service, and I believe something's going to happen there soon. I don't know what it is. You're going to keep angering the Lord. You're going to keep doing this dumb shit, and you're going to find out. You're going to find out the Lord and got tired of it.
Because verse 24 says, but let judgment run down as waters and righteousness as a mighty stream. So judgment gonna run down. You're right.
Oh, judgment gonna run down. And let me tell you something. When it says run down like a mighty stream, it's gonna run down like a mighty stream, but it ain't gonna be a stream.
Right.
It's going to be blood.
Right.
You understand? The Lord wants blood. Judgment, a lot of times, blood is shared with judgment.
Leaking.
Sometimes judgment ain't pretty.
Right.
You understand?
Leaking.
The judgment comes. See, y'all like to say we judging. Oh, y'all judging? No, brothers and sisters, we not judging. We warning you of the judgment. We let you know it's coming.
Right.
You understand? You don't want to believe it because you still think that grace is going, like Paul said, shall grace abound forever. Shall we continue in sin? The Lord say, what did Paul say? No, God forbid.
Right.
You want to continue doing what the hell you want to do. You're going to have to stop it, man. You're going to have to fight against that, man. It's a struggle, but you want to fight against it. And you can't fight it going to Sunday service. You're going to have to fight it coming into the ISUPK.
Only way out.
That's the only way.
Yeah.
You have to fight it by coming in here learning how to change your life, how to sit there. A lot of you don't even know how to think. You think because you got a college degree that you know how to think. I'm going to tell you like the general told me, you don't know how to think. You're too stupid to think. Let me do the thinking for you until you're able to think. I'll decide when you're able to think.
Right.
You understand? And I had to learn that. You understand? You don't even know what race you are. Here you going, how the hell you smart? You don't even know what God, you don't even know how to please your God. You don't even know what sacrifices to bring him. Not physical sacrifices, but the things he required of you today. You don't even know. So you wonder why your life is in shambles. Because you have not served your God. You're too busy serving your goddamn self. And you listening to this blonde-haired nigga. That nigga look like Simon Phoenix off of Demolition with all that goddamn blonde hair. Up there talking about that he gonna bring you to Christ when he got leprosy in his head.
Woo. Man, good night, man.
It's a goddamn shame, man.
Oh, man.
Keep going, my brother.
All right, that's it. That's it for the scripture, and that's it.
All right. So now let's go on. Let's go on to verse. Let's go on to story number 9, my brother.
Come. 11, 10, 9.
Story number 9. We're gonna go to some more Kanye West.
All right. Story number 9.
Go to some goddamn Moonabee.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, here we go, y'all. Story number 9. And hey, this Mark of the Beast. This Mark of the Beast ain't no RFDI chip. We trying to tell you what it is. All right, we're trying to explain to you. Let's go and get story number 9. Trump campaign forms group to reach African American voters.
You see what I'm saying? You see, are you getting the point? There is a traitor in every race.
Oh, man.
And this is the thing you gotta understand about a traitor. A traitor looks like you. A traitor lives within the walls of your city. Sometimes in the walls of your own home. And traitors they destroy a nation from within.
Right.
This is why the Lord said in the Bible that he would cut off certain people in Israel for breaking certain laws. Because they would be a cancer to the nation. And you're going to see the Lord do that in these times. He's going to spiritually amputate these type of people from our nation. And I had to say spiritually amputate because I know the FBI is thinking we talking about chopping off heads. So I'm telling you, it's spiritually amputate.
Right.
They love to try to get us on stuff. But this is what's going to be a spiritual amputation. So the nation can live. Keep going, my brother.
Okay. Trump campaign forms group to reach African American voters. All right. Now, President Donald Trump's campaign said Monday it's creating a new coalition to try to bolster his support among African Americans. The group is named.
I hate that word coalition.
Right.
Them niggas been using that word coalition ever since Nelson Mandela.
Right. Yep.
I'm sick of that word coalition. Mm-hmm. Coalition and coalition. And can you pull up? There's a nigga I want you to pull up. If you can put him up. There's a nigga that he has a Black for Trump sign. And this nigga has a Jerry Carroll. I want you to pull this nigga up on and see if you can look him up. This nigga he's a black man. He has a black. It's blacks for Trump. And you gonna know when you see him. He had put him up on the screen. Put that nigga up on the screen.
Okay, yeah, I got a picture of him up there, right there.
He got a Jerry curl.
Let me see. Well, I have a bunch of them up there. I don't know if he has a Jerry curl.
Okay. Type in the one with Jerry curl. Just type in Jerry Trump supporter with Jerry curl. Look, I want you to see this nigga. This is what he gonna form the coalition off of. Put that nigga up there. Let me know when you see that nigga. He got some shady glasses with a Jerry curl.
Let me see. See if I can get a curl. Let me see something. I know this is not him. Let me see.
He gonna have a Jerry curl. If someone could post it in the chat.
Then like someone could post it. Donald Trump meme. Let me see. Is it on a Donald Trump meme or let me see? I'm trying to find it.
No, this is a real person.
Okay.
He has a black Trump supporter. Put black Trump supporter with Jerry curl.
Okay.
Or black Trump supporter. You gonna see him. Okay. He was at the rally. You probably have him at the rally. You probably said black Trump supporter. Right? You probably put in images on Google. You should be able to see it. Click on images. And you will see a whole bunch of images of him. This nigga here is disgusting. You know what I'm saying?
Image.
You know when you find it. If you can't find it, it's no sweat. You know what I'm saying? But that nigga over there, he was one of the first ones that came out. They had that nigga on interviews and everything about how he supported Donald Trump.
Let me see where this Black for Trump came from. That's a guy. I'm going in, I'm trying to search. Let me see. Looks like that.
Okay, don't forget.
Everyone
well, we got time. We go into this story. But anyway, that nigga there, that nigga had a Jerry curl. He was disgusting. That nigga's a time capsule of what being black used to be.
Right.
That nigga, you know what I'm saying? That nigga's a time capsule. That nigga stopped being black in the 80s. You understand?
I see somebody standing behind him in a rally with a sign, but it doesn't look like he have a Jerry curl. Don't look like him.
Okay, no, the one I'm talking about, he got a Jerry curl.
Okay.
Don't sweat it.
Okay.
So let's move forward.
Okay, now let me go ahead and get back. Now again, the group's name is Black Voices for Trump, and aims to recruit and engage African American voters. Vice President Mike Pence.
I want to say this. Also, I got to keep cutting you off.
Now go ahead.
What it's saying, Black Voices for Trump. Now listen how that sounds. You know how much of a slave that sounds. That's why we put the scripture in Israel, a homeborn servant. You know what I'm saying, a homeborn slave.
Right.
Why your voices got to be for him? Why isn't black voices for the Most High, or black voices for the Lord? Or for black people.
Man.
Your voice has to be used for them.
Right.
Why can't your voices be for your own people? Once again, you're a political stepping stool, and we try to tell you vote is obsolete. Don't you know that Georgia is purging 20,000 voters from the list? 20,000. They're purging them. If you think you're going to vote this man out of power, you out your rabbit-ass mind.
Right. Yep.
The powerful have one objective and one objective only, and that's to remain in power. And they're going to do whatever it takes. If they got to change the goddamn way the system is, they'll flip this thing upside down. You would think you're in Russia by the time they get through flipping this shit upside down. Keep going, my brother.
All right. So now, Vice President Mike Pence will address the group at an event on Friday in Atlanta, according to a senior campaign official. Okay? According to a senior campaign official. All right. So this is absolutely incredible on that end. All right. I don't have no idea, why that's even like that. But let's get some more. Okay. Now, the group. Let me go down some more. The official said the campaign is rolling out the coalition in Atlanta because Trump enjoys relatively strong support among black voters in the city. Okay, so this is you know, it gets even more you know, crazy. All right, so we're gonna go get some more. All right, let me see if we can go down some more. Just a minute, Cal. Let me pull this down out the people's way so they can see this. All right. Pulling this information out the way for them so they can see. There we go. Okay, now, okay, I had to make sure I was in pocket. All right. So now, the official said the campaign is rolling out the coalition in Atlanta because Trump enjoys relatively strong support among black voters in the city. Right? Trump won about 8% of the black vote in 2016. He recently held a series of events geared towards attracting more African American support. And last month he visited Benedict College, an historical black college in Columbia, South Carolina, to tout legislation he signed overhauling prison sentences. Early in October, the White House hosted a group of young black conservatives. Okay.
And I don't know if y'all seen that video. When you look at that video, you're gonna make you want to throw the hell up. See, there's a new wave of Uncle Tom. They getting prepped now. They promise them. Listen, they promising them. They even promising some of them political seats in the future. They can say, look, you get behind Trump right now, you'll be able to run for office in the next 5-10 years. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, they're making promises to these young black kids, man, and they being deceived. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them know you're racist, but they don't give a damn. They so concerned on their own personal gain and not caring about the nation, not caring about how they make each of our people look. Right. You understand? Once again, the Lord is going to spiritually amputate these people. You're going to see it happen. You understand? And He going to use the people to do it too, believe it or not. Because they're going to get tired of this. They're going to say, nigga, you only for self-gain. You know what I'm saying? While we starving, you up here, you know, becoming a political pinball for these goddamn political parties. You ain't supposed to be doing that. Your allegiance is supposed to be to Christ.
Right.
That's what I don't understand about these Christians. They be the main one talking about voting, but then they say Christ is the head of my life. No, nigga, the Republican Party is the head of your life.
That's right.
The Democratic Party is the head of your life. They decide what your moral issues are. The Bible says something totally different than what they say on that goddamn ballot.
That's right.
And you know it. But you vote for them because, why? Because you don't follow Christ.
Man.
You don't follow Christ. How you gonna vote for a man when you already got a king?
Fire.
Explain it to me. Explain it to me. When he already said what the issue was with abortion. He already decided what abortion was thousands of years ago. He already decided what was murder thousands of years ago. He already decided what was a thief thousands of years ago. So what the hell are you trying to revisit and rechange laws and try to reinterpret shit? Excuse my language.
Right. No, you're right.
This is what you got going on in America, man. You got full of hypocrisy. That's why you better come out of her, my people, like the Bible says. Take your spirit out of this place, because you seeing niggas like this, they will sell your ass up the river and won't think nothing about it.
No.
Commander General Hunter would not do that. You got a brother in this nation by the name of Commander General Hunter. He's going to tell you the truth whether you like it or not.
Right.
I call that a real friend.
Yep.
I call it a real brother. I call it a real prophet of the Lord. You understand? Now you can call it hate speech, but what the hell you getting is hate speech to the 10th power. Keep going, my brother. Any more on that?
A little bit more. We're going to go get just a little bit more. So Democrats have sought to capitalize on Trump's polarizing rhetoric on race. During the summer, Trump drew criticism for a feud with 4 Democratic congresswomen who are minorities, calling for them to go back, meaning go back to the places where they were from, where they went. So where they came from, he said that in a tweet. 3 of the 4 of those women were born in the United States. Trump is unlikely to ever attract a majority of black voters who have comprised a major source of support for the Democratic Party since the Civil Rights Movement, but denting the share of the black vote that backs his Democratic challenger in 2020 could help him secure re-election. So a New York Times senior college poll on Monday showed that the president trails former Vice President Joe Biden across Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Florida, Arizona, and North Carolina. 6 states.
And you know what? And once again, showing you the race card. Guess what Joe Biden is going to use? Guess what Joe Biden is going to use?
Yeah.
He's going to use the fact that he served under a black president.
Here we go.
As vice president.
Here we go.
See, don't you see?
Right. So he can use the N-word too, though, see?
Right. Oh, yeah. Right. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, you know that. You know that's coming next. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I mean, if Trump wins, and if he wins again, which is a strong possibility of him winning again, probably by a landslide. But what I want to say this, you better get ready. Because, Lord, you know what I'm saying, he win again, you better, let me tell you something. This last term, you think the first term was something. I've been telling people every day that he's one speech away from saying the word nigga.
Right.
On live television. And boy, when that day, I mean, listen, it won't surprise me. But boy, it would, listen, the black people need that type of, they need that type of wake up.
That's right.
They need that type of root, and I want to see how many niggas gonna stand beside, because you know it's gonna be a nigga that's gonna stand beside him.
Well, you know that, Cap.
You know what I'm saying?
Cap, listen, the moment they hear him say the word nigga, they gonna say, man, Donald Trump is black. He knew a whole lot of rappers, you know, and you know what I'm saying, and he been in the hood. You know what I'm saying? He taking pictures with Michael Jackson. I mean, man, I thought Bill Clinton, you know, smoked weed and played the saxophone, but this man got enough, you know, gall and nuts in him to just say the word nigga. Man, that's a black man. You can't get no blacker than that. I'm voting for Trump. Exactly. Niggas goofy, man. Negroes goofy, man. It's gonna be some damage control, but listen, I really, in a way, I kind of hope he just continue to ramp it up more and more, just to see how slimy these niggas are. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some of these, like, these spineless niggas, like, it just when the white people act like that, and you see niggas gravitate to them more, it just shows how much of a goddamn pig they are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you need to see it. Like, I know it's hard to digest, but you need to see who are traitors among your race. The Bible says, give me 2 Timothy 3:1.
Come.
We're going to read this scripture, and I'm going to go and wrap it up, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up.
2 Timothy 3:1. And it reads, 2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come.
And that's what we in. We in the last days, brothers and sisters. Keep going.
Verse 2. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. This what you got going on right now. Men are lovers of their own self. Meaning they care about, all they care about is they self. Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're not looking out. They're not looking out for their own people. We're not doing that. We're covetous, proud. Keep going.
Verse 3. Without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good,
You see that? And ain't that what you see going on?
Oh yeah.
We the good, but they despise us because we tell them the truth. You understand? What's a natural affection? A natural affection is you supposed to have love for your people that look like you.
Right.
It's natural. You understand? That's what they are. They don't have any natural affection. Keep going.
Count out on one con. We are at verse 5. Having a form of godliness, but
so like if you can read verse 4 for me.
Oh, Salakia, verse 4. Most High Christ. Traitors. Okay.
Say that again.
Traitors.
One more time.
Traitors, man.
That's what you got going on among us. We in a time of traitorism.
Mm-hmm.
We in a time of traitors. You understand? You in a time with listen. If you don't find no Lord, let me tell you, if you want to know what loyalty is, you better step up in here.
Right.
You better learn what loyalty is, because I'm gonna tell you out there is no loyalty.
That's right.
People are telling, snitching, doing whatever they can do to protect themselves. You in a time of traitors.
Right.
Keep going.
Traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of God.
You understand? Once again, they care about themselves more than the Lord, man. They care about themselves more than the people. And this what you got going on with niggas like Kanye West and these niggas that's forming this coalition with Donald Trump. The Bible say, though hand join the hand, the wicked ain't gonna go unpunished.
That's it.
It don't matter how many goddamn coalitions you form. You can form all the goddamn coalitions you want to form. Lord don't care about that. When it say hand joining hand, the wicked should not go unpunished. You better make sure your hand ain't with the wicked.
Ooh-wee.
Because you know how the law it is. You know how it is when a crime is committed and you in the driver's seat.
Accessory.
You may have not pulled the trigger, but you are now becoming an accessory to the crime.
Ooh-wee.
And that is what these niggas are getting ready to do. That's why the Bible says Satan and his angels. There's gonna be some Negroes that are gonna fight against our king. They're fighting against him now. But they're gonna try to physically fight against him to keep this man in power. And boy, oh boy, they're gonna find out in the worst way possible that the Lord is not playing with them. You understand? So I want to thank you for having me on the show tonight, brother. The water folk, roll with me on these stories, man. Invite me on this show again. I want to thank all the brothers and sisters for listening and tuning in. Make sure you check out Commander General Yohana's radio show tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. His radio show sets the tone and the standard for the nation. We encourage everybody to listen because the stories he going and the perspectives he bring out are so important to this nation. You understand? So make sure you pay your tithes and send your donations to the Israelite School of UPK, because what we're doing for this nation and for this nation is monumental and it's biblical. This is Captain Kahan Thamyad. I'm reporting live from hell. I'm out of here. Shalom.
Most High in Christ, y'all. And listen, I'm just gonna let that sizzle. Y'all know what it is. I'm gonna let that image just sizzle a little bit. You feel what I'm saying? Those were the words of the mighty, okay? The mighty Captain Kahan Thamyad, man. You know what I'm saying? Captain 13,000, man, in the building. Y'all already know what time it is. You see what I'm saying? Right? Y'all know what time it is. You see what I'm saying? Let that image just sit there for a minute. You see what I'm saying? And respect that and know that. You know what I'm saying? We are priests and prophets of the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? And by way of the Most High God, through Yahawashah, Mashiach, right? Down to Commanding General Yohana. You see what I'm saying? That is the breakdown. You understand what I'm saying? And that is the only way that we're going to wake up out of this madness, man. We done said it over and over again. We have to remain, as the Bible says, we have to remain vigilant. You understand? We got to remain vigilant, man. We got to stay on this. We can't let it go. I'm saying we want to Thank everybody for being in this chat room. All my brothers and sisters, man. I see y'all. I see all of y'all in the building. See what I'm saying? And we're going to rock it out every Sunday from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Okay, no matter what, we're going to do it until Christ returns. You understand what I'm saying? I, SUPK, under command and General Yohana. One West till they bury me. You understand that? And I want to give a big ups to all the generals, you know what I'm saying? All the Commander General Yohana, all the generals again, all the captains that's in this truth, you know what I'm saying? Holding it down in your city. You keep holding it down in your city. You understand what I'm saying? And controlling those states out there, doing the Lord's work, right? All the officers, all the troopers, all the brothers and sisters, the young men and women, our little babies. Listen here, man. I, SUPK, we're not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group. Big up to Cross the Line Radio. My big brothers, Captain Tazariah, Captain Khatazah, in the building. You get that every Thursday. Y'all know the deal. It's at Cross the Line Radio, right? You also have Rude in Speech with Officer Tazayawan, Officer Matazapah. Big up to the Delaware camp. They're holding it down over there in that Delaware area, man. Again, you have Take Ground Radio up in the Indianapolis Israelites with Captain Kapaj. Captain Kapaj holding it down up there with Officer Tarak, you know what I'm saying? Officer Natazapah up there holding it down in that Illinois area, Indianapolis zone up there. And you have all the way over in California, you got the Inconvenient Truth, you know what I'm saying? Inconvenient Truth holding it down, you know what I'm saying? Big ups to Priest and Officer 5000, Chazak Yad holding it down, man. The Inconvenient Truth. We check that out every Wednesday, right? To get informatized, if that is a word. You know what I'm saying? To get all the information you need to know about our Northern Kingdom, who are now combined together once again. Israelites as one nation, the 12 tribes of Israel. You're only gonna get that proper breakdown coming from Kazak Yad out of California. Make sure you check out the Inconvenient Truth. All right, we got Angry Black Man. Big ups to Captain Sakawar, Officer Ariyah, Angry Black Man Media. You make sure you check that out, and that is one of the top shows that's out right now as well. Make sure tomorrow, do not forget tomorrow, when you wake up in the morning, you want to make sure the first thing you're doing is you should already be following Let a Hebrew Speak. Okay, that's General Hazayan, Captain Akkad, my brother Officer Marah in the building working it out with him as well. You want to make sure you check that out, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central Time, all right? Immediately following that, my big brother, again in his truth, from Syracuse, New York, you got Captain Azaniah rocking it out with Officer Karamya Allah. Okay, the Hidden Truth Revealed. Immediately following that, you want to make sure that you check that out as well on Facebook, on YouTube. ISUPK rocking it out. Tomorrow we do have scripture breakdown again. We got 12 Shield General Mahayman rocking it out at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Central Time, rocking it out. You want to make sure that you catch that breakdown. Make sure you ask your questions. Certified priest for real, okay? Under command of General Yohana. And don't forget now, the ultimate, the Grill Radio Show. Make sure you subscribe to Black Watch, okay? Go to YouTube, subscribe to Black Watch, the Grill. That way you get those notifications. It'll be on tomorrow. The leader of this great nation, Commanding General Yohana, live at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Central. Tomorrow night, Black Watch, the Grill Radio Show. You want to make sure you check that out, all right? All right, so now, again, I am Priest and Officer of 5000. One Ya Allah, Ban Yahweh Ban Yasha Allah, the host of Boot Up or Shut Up Radio. I want to thank y'all for rocking this out with me. The water to all my brothers and sisters. Shalom, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shabbat Thumb to all the brothers. And Shalom, Yahweh Shemar, Allah Than, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Allah Than, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah to all the sisters. And we're going to rock it out. You know how we do it. It's my brother out of the Dallas camp, man. Asher Yah, you know what I'm saying? Straight warlords in the ISUPK. All of us warlords. We got Asher Yah, and he has the vision of when Christ returned, he just want a ball, man. You see what I'm saying? We just want a ball. So let's rock it out with my brother, man, out of Dallas camp, Asher Yah, man. Y'all know how we do it. ISUPK, Boot Up and Shut Up Radio. We out of here.
I just wanna see my enemies fall. Yeah.
Hey, look, I just wanna bow. Told my niggas stand tall, cause we about to go and get it out. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Look at them 20s where they crawl. I've been praying that my enemies fall. Nigga, I just wanna bow. And I hope you bow too. And that be why I gotta keep it true. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Just give me what I'm due. Let my enemies see the living proof, Lord. I just wanna bow. Trying to build my own city, homie. Enough room to put my niggas on it. Then start a couple business on it. Fuck any heathen never shitted on me. Yeah. Public housing we done lived through. Trying to put that in my real view. Gold rolls, what I still do. I can see the picture with a clear view. Gotta separate the snakes and all you fuck niggas that's gon' hate. Daily pray to God I don't catch another case. But that's a small risk that I feel I gotta take. Only certain niggas they gon' feel this. Still deliver verses on that real shit. If I get a couple million, I'ma bust this shit down with these children. I just wanna bow. Told my niggas stand tall, cause we about to go and get it out. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Look at them 20s where they crawl. I've been praying that my enemies fall. Nigga, I just wanna bow. And I hope you bow too. And that be why I gotta keep it true. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Just give me what I'm due. Let my enemies see the living proof, Lord. I just wanna bow. Don't get up out of bounds, homie. Got killers with them rounds on them. Look like I'm fed from the drum. Look, don't make me make the reaper rain down on them. I can give a fuck if you rock blue. And I was Sue Woo from the Fruittown crew. Cops still shoot us every time we move. They hate you, nigga, like they hate me too. Just know that brotherhood is a weapon. Build another zone, get protected. Too many sisters in the city been molested. Now I'm stacking soldiers off the block like it's Tetris. Woo. Know that truth will give you chills, don't it? Steady ringing in your ears, won't it? If I'm blessed to make a meal, I'ma bust that shit down with my real homies. I just wanna bow. Told my niggas stand tall, cause we about to go and get it out. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Look at them 20s where they crawl. I've been praying that my enemies fall. Nigga, I just wanna bow. And I hope you bow too. And that be why I gotta keep it true. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Just give me what I'm due. Let my enemies see the living proof, Lord. I just wanna bow.
Yeah. To all them children, they grew up with parents strung out on drugs. Yeah.
I just wanna bow.
Hope you do too. And I hope you do too. Yeah. Man, to the brother that had a real, and she left him for whatever reason. Yeah.
I just wanna bow.
I hope you do too. And to the sister, you know what I'm saying, that had that nigga leave her. Yeah. Yeah.
Nigga, I just wanna bow.
So my niggas is locked up. I hope you do too. Man, I hope you niggas see the light of day.
Yeah, I just wanna bow. Yeah, I just wanna bow.
ISUPK.
Boot up or shut up radio live with Priest and Officer 5000 on Wanya Allah. Tune in every Sunday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time. It's gonna be informative and provocative. Also broadcasted live with Priest and Captain of 13,000. Kahantham Yard will be reporting live from hell, using the Holy Scriptures to bring truth to the blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians in America, the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel. Boot up or shut up radio live. Every Sundays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time.
Boot up or shut up radio. Shut up radio. Home of self-mutilation. Whatever verse you pull out the Bible, you gon' cut yourself. Cut yourself.
Sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome. Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome.
Been out of these streets, nigga trying to eat while I duck police. Own family stealing from me. Mama told me to pray, but white Jesus can't save me. Get him away from me. I don't know what to say. So many niggas hating me. Get them away from me.
Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome. Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome.
Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my comb. Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my comb. Trying to keep it on the true side, nigga. Laying low to play it cool now, nigga. Ass niggas on the team, I've been known to get the green ever since I was 2'5", nigga. Coop hanging out the roof, nah, nigga. Cause I ain't stunting on them. Put my whole team on so they ain't wantin'. When niggas doing bad, you know that they be hating on you. Get the hoping that you fall, they be waiting on it. Bullshit, get bread from the envy. Best friends get to looking like enemies. When you got it in this bank account empty. Perfect recipe to brittle out of jealousy. Looking from a bird's eye view. Learn from everything I've been through. Told my baby girl, if you ain't spitting life with the nigga, never let him put a dick up in you. Cause if a nigga wrong, I'ma check that shit. And when you paper long, never flex that shit. Told my son, when you getting money, never trick it to a bop and flip it over, then invest that shit. Give a lot of game, trying to bless my kids. Gotta keep it real, that's the best shit. Got hitters up in Philly, back in Texas. When I get up on the track, yeah, I wreck shit.
Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome. Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome.
Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my comb. Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my comb.
Yeah. You already know what time it is, you understand? UPK, One West of the Command Junior High, all my brothers, we rolling through. You understand? Cause these niggas weak, these niggas don't know what to do. You see these soldiers beside me, standing in all black with them shields on post, watching. They all my brothers.
Gold is precious, but loyalty is priceless. I don't wanna mind, might leave you lifeless. Wrong with this shit. I'm in need of diapers, endure through any crisis. Cause all my niggas righteous, I don't politic with vipers. Cowards fold, real niggas hold rank, stand for what they believe in, won't compromise a day. Never harmonize with traitors, do not affiliate with impersonators. You cross the line, you gon' catch the vapors. My niggas strong, no chase. Them other niggas sweet like annihilators. Tank full of brown sugar like Annihilate. Every time I move, righteous demonstration. All I deny is Satan. My brother's glorious, true warriors. To lay my sword down to them sentence. Can't stop till we notorious. Thrown in my way with a supreme audience. Proud ass nigga get exiled. No loitering around my brothers.
Yeah, you already know what it is. 144 back again, UPK style, putting it down for my brothers. And I roll straight.
Warrior with the hands, that's what I'm all about. Hunger in my eyes, vengeance in my mouth. They don't want no altercation. Situation gon' get critical. It's best that you be easy. The end gon' be biblical. Look, flow like a river. It's something like a miracle. Royalty in my veins, loyalty in my ways. Pay back in every breath, plus revenge in my heart. The truth in every word. Bring light into the dark. And I ain't never lukewarm. Shit, I blazing in the season. Got plenty food for thought. Just gotta watch who I'm feeding. And I been walking with them angels. So I guess I got this pistol for no reason. Niggas barely breathing, criticizing all my achievements. Won't make me weak. Nah, it won't make me slack off. These niggas baby fat soft. Better bear witness or back off. I be ripping shit like sackcloth. Dumb dogs all barked out. Behind me say I cup full. No room for emotion. So I pour my heart out. This road hard, but I intend to stay. And if it ain't UPK, then they in the way. My niggas righteous, they real, they down to suffer. Flow so deep, it drown a motherfucker. He say he in the truth, oh yeah? Well, this the home. And I don't hate them brothers, I'm just too loyal to my own. Plus what they believe, hard for me to follow. No rank me, no head, and I ain't leaving this body to live and sleep in hollow. So when they ask I'm UPK, you tell them absolutely. And I ain't trimming my ways for nothing, gotta execute me. Cause I can never die with my tail tucked between my legs. Shit I be thinking, watching my daughters tucked in their bed. They so smart, and Alana, she so beautiful, but they ain't like other babies, and they daddy far from usual. Now I'm missing cause I'm about my father's business. It ain't about this shit I used to do in that 98 Navy, the tan leather seats. See, without wisdom, this world make you weak. I found out that the truth was bitter, the lies are sweet. Tried everything, I guess me and Johanna had to meet. Now I make the blind see, and I make the dead speak. And teach both my little girls the day that they lie with a man, they better bring me bloody bed sheets. Chaos match the time, this Glock match my handpiece. And I ain't trying to take him out, but I will defend this house. Or take a check, 144 in that black trench on some hitman shit. She call me 47. Praying for Armageddon. Me and my soldiers dressed for the wedding. Fuck the fame. Ask why, tell them I'm loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Lord to the king. I want that straight lane to